Hey guys, welcome back. This is History of Soul Eater Season 3, Episode 2 of my show, which is also about Episode 2. Now before I start talking about it, just so that you guys know, I want to apologize. I didn't upload, I should have recorded this video earlier today, but I didn't get the chance, so I apologize about that. Anyway, this is History of Soul Eater Season 2, Season 3, Episode 2 of my show, which is also about Episode 2. Now, again, before I start recording, I just want to apologize that I didn't upload this video sooner today. That's my fault. I'm sorry about that, guys. Anyway, and just the same way I'm gonna do it is I'm gonna record it tonight, but I'm gonna upload it Monday, like Monday after I get back from day program. So I just thought I'd let you guys know that ahead of time. Anyway, now getting into the actual episode, I just wanted to get a little bit of information out of the way there about why I didn't upload this earlier, so I'm sorry about that. Anyway, getting into it, this is History of Soul Eater Season 3 of my show, Season 3, Episode 2 of my show, which is also about Episode 2. And Episode 2 in the English dub is known as The Sword God Rises. Does it have a sweet or salty taste? And this episode basically carries over from where Episode 1 of Season 3 left off. It starts with Maka in the infirmary recovering from the injuries she suffered during the battle against Arachne and the Golem. And then basically, before I continue though, I just want to mention something. This episode does have significance. If you guys remember when I did Season 1, Episode 3 of my show, but about Episode 2, I stated that there would be 3 times Mifune and Blackstar would fight each other, and those other 2 times I mentioned are gonna happen in this season and in the final season of the series, which kind of makes sense because it kind of makes sense that the last 2 of the 3 battles they have would have happened in the last 2 seasons. So I just thought I'd get that personal information there about the episode out of the way there. That's my opinion on it, and like I've always said, YouTube is about people's opinions and that's mine. So I just wanted to get that out of the way there. Anyway, basically, but before I'm gonna backtrack here just a moment. I should have mentioned this earlier before I actually started talking with the main stuff in the episode. Beforehand, Arachne is basically, there's an opening scene before the theme music, and in the episode, Kiriko and Mosquito are wondering what they should do about building the moral manipulation machine, and that they need some protection. And then Arachne basically says that they have protection. She asked the person known as the Sword God to protect them, and basically Kiriko's wondering what would make someone like the Sword God intent to help them and stuff. And Arachne basically says that human beings are easy to manipulate once you know their weaknesses, and in this case, since Mifune protects little children, since he's the guardian of the witchy Angela, that's his weakness basically. And I just thought I'd mention that part since it kind of leads into what happens. And then, anyway, at any rate, getting back into what I was saying, after Blackstar makes this weird mark, like an autograph on Maka's forehead, Sid shows up and he's wanting Nagus to talk with him in private in the hallway. And then basically, Sid tells Nagus basically about the witch Arachne and Arachnophobia, as well as the wizard known as Avon, who is sort of not really an antagonist, he's more of a secondary antagonist, but he sort of helps Lord Death in the final season. I just thought I'd get that out of the way. Anyway, and then he tells them, he tells Nagus about Brew, and then he and others go to one of Arachnophobia's bases to confront Arachne's organization. And Blackstar overhears about Arachnophobia. Now this is gonna lead into what happens later on. Like, I'm trying to make this video quick for you guys, so if it seems like I'm rushing this again, I apologize. Because it's getting really late and I gotta go to day program first thing in the morning, so that's sort of the reason why I'm gonna upload this video tomorrow afternoon, maybe around 3:30, 4 o'clock-ish or something. I will. And if I don't get the chance to upload it tomorrow, I can always upload it on Tuesday after I have supper, basically. So I'm sorry if it seems like I'm rushing this. I just wanted to get that out of the way. Anyway, continuing on, after Blackstar hears that Arachnophobia was the one that hurt Maka, he and Tsubaki go to one of Arachnophobia's laboratories. Well, they go in secret there when Sid and Nagus go, and that's basically when he fights Mifune in this episode. And then it goes into the scene where Sid is. I'm sorry, I'm sort of getting ahead now because, like I said, I'm trying to rush this video a bit because I gotta go to bed. I gotta go to bed because I gotta work first thing in the morning at 9:30 at the store here in St. Rose that's owned by Rose Inc. So if it seems like I'm rushing this, I apologize. Anyway, I just wanted to get that out of the way one last time. Anyway, continuing on with what I was saying, and it goes to where Mosquito is. And basically, after he says stuff about Avon's moral manipulation machine, he said that basically Mifune agreed to be their guard in exchange for the witch's protection. But perhaps he'd like a more permanent role in their organization. And he declines the offer because he's only interested in protecting Angela, basically. And then an alarm goes off in facility, and Sid, when he's in there, thinks that they're the ones that triggered it. But one of the guards there says that the intruder's coming from the main entrance, and then basically Sid asks Azusa what he means by... Sid asks Azusa why the main entrance, and that's where Blackstar comes in. And after he beats a couple of after Azusa uses her clairvoyance, soul perception to see where it's coming from, and it turns out that it's Blackstar. And after Blackstar fights some of the enemies that work with Arachnophobia, the soldiers that work with Arachnophobia, basically, Mifune shows up, and then Mosquito says that in order for them to protect Angela, he has to show no mercy to Blackstar, basically. And then they start fighting, but getting back into his Sid there for a second, he uses what Blackstar does as a distraction to plant an explosive on the moral manipulation machine device, basically to destroy it. So, in this case, it makes sense that Blackstar did what he did because it provided them with a distraction to get the mission done. Anyway, continuing on with what I was saying earlier, Blackstar and Mifune start fighting, and then Blackstar manages to block one of Mifune's attacks, and then Mifune's impressed, saying that basically blocking his attack and then attacking, and then like counter-attacking, you could tell that Mifune says that he can tell that Blackstar's improved since their last encounter, which is sort of a compliment. And then after a couple of mode changes, between the smoke bomb mode, shuriken, an enchanted sword, and a Kasarigama, basically Mosquito says that that weapon was one of Lady Arachne's sister Medusa's creations. Rumor has it that one of them joined the DWMA, which is Tsubaki, basically. And he's basically impressed by that. And then when Blackstar uses his shadows, Mifune says to the enchanted sword form that basically is that all they can do, and then he uses a couple of his swords, and then after he says the number with them a couple of times, he uses his one sword that he holds to hit the surrounding swords to cause 24 blows in total to Blackstar. And then Mifune basically asks them why they came there. And then Tsubaki is basically saying, but before I finish, I'm just gonna backtrack here one last second. After the damage was dealt to Blackstar from all the swords, Mifune said that the wounds aren't deep, they should leave when they can, and then Blackstar says that he's not leaving, not until he makes the witch that hurt Maka pay, basically. And this is sort of the reason why the second part of the episode, like the second title, is called the sweeter, salty taste. What I mean by that is before the episode ends, like not before the episode ends, but near the end of it, like before Blackstar heads back to the DWMA infirmary, Mifune gives him this sort of candy that has a sort of salty based taste, really. Anyway, continuing with what I was saying, Mifune basically says that he wonders why they came here, and he says that, and Tsubaki says that basically Arachne was the one responsible for hurting Maka. They came to get revenge and stuff, and then after she tries to convince Mifune to be a teacher at the GWMA, Mifune sort of has memory flashes to when he first met Angela, basically, and then that's when he gives them the candy, like, after that, and after he thinks that the protection that Arachnophobia gives is necessary, and then he tells Blackstar to keep getting better with the enchanted sword. He can understand Tsubaki better that way. He says that there's no doubt that he's improved, and that basically before he goes back to Arachnophobia's one of their bases, he gives Blackstar this sort of candy, and then Blackstar shows back up at the academy, and then Maka's wondering if he's gonna write on her forehead again, and then he gives him her the candy, and then let's wait a minute. And then Blackstar basically thinks that he went to that base to get revenge for a friend that got hurt, and then Soul basically puts the candy in Maka's mouth, and then Maka's wondering what kind of candy sweet it is, and then before the scene fades out, Blackstar said that it's a salty one, and that's basically where this episode stops. So if you guys like this video on YouTube when I post it tomorrow afternoon, please give it the real best you guys can, and I'll probably see you guys sometime either next Friday, next Saturday, either next Saturday and next Sunday. So until, well, actually, I mean next Saturday, next Sunday. So until then, guys, like I always tell you with this, like I always tell you guys with this series, watch it or I'll take your soul.